Alright, welcome to episode 2 of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Because I'm streaming this all together, live on Twitch, link in description. We've literally continued straight from where we left off. So, Henry just made it to Talmberg, wounded, injured, we just got control after a cutscene, and let's continue. So, the two symbols down there.
Looks like it's going to be a good year for the apples. I reckon we're in for a decent.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
What's that then?
Yeah. So, down below there, on the left and the right, on the right side of our health bar, there's the bed.
I don't rightly know. Old culture told me to cut them down and burn them before the others catch whatever it is. That'd be a shame. On trees like that.
It seemed like any other day. And then I saw thick smoke rising above the hamlet of Rovna. Soon Sigismund's army were finished there and came for us. The order to attack must have come even before the alarm bell rang.
God preserve us.
We all ran towards the castle for shelter, but they were too fast for us. They slaughtered everyone they caught and torched their houses. I barely escaped and they murdered my parents.
God bless you, boy. I'm terribly sorry for your loss.
So, the bed indicates sleep, and the broken bowl with the fork and knife indicates nourishment. So as you can see on the right hand side there, main level is 2, health, energy, nourishment. Energy is the sleep, nourishment is food, basically. Visibility is basically how bright your clothes are or how dark they are. The closer to 100 it is, the easier it is to spot you when you're sneaking. Conspicuous indicates, well, how conspicuous you are. The higher the number, the more suspicious you are, and the more suspicious people are of you. Noise is how much noise you make when moving around.
Milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honoured.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
This really is a good game. Oh. Yeah, so As you can see, where our character was moving around there, that's because of how hungry we are.
I hear you came from Scallots today. It must have been terrible there. How did it happen?
Apples are great.
I'm sorry about what happened to you, but it's no excuse for rudeness.
Yeah, because we didn't talk to you. So eating from that pot gives us 35 nourishment out of the maximum 100. Anyway. And here we are. Need to sit. Yeah, if you're tired, your stamina will gradually decrease. Sleep is the solution. Find a bed, which you'll recognize from the icon on the compass. Sit, and then start to sleep. So as you can see, as you increase your sleep, energy will go up, nourishment goes down. Makes sense. It's why you always will wake up hungry. I'm pretty certain where it doesn't matter how long we click to sleep, we get woken up no matter what. Yep, called it.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Alright, so.
I could do with a bite.
So, we can choose to keep silent or talk. We are going to talk about it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunnish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunnish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunnish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzi. I'd been secretly learning sword fighting, hiding it from my parents. So when we assembled the sword, I tried a few moves with it. There's a big difference between a wooden sword and a real one. Maybe if I hadn't taken that sword in my hand, I wouldn't be here today.
You're full of surprises.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. I saw smoke on the horizon from a village Sigismund pillaged on the way to our town, which was soon to meet the same fate.
God have mercy.
And then death descended on Skalitz. I've never seen a raid before, and it was terrifying. The moaning of the wounded, death rattles, the terrible screams as swords passed through flesh. There was nothing but confusion, blood, and death.
It's very sad.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Harville punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Comes to our room at night and brings us wine.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Now we know they didn't say that, but
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
grab the torch. If you need light at night, use your torch by holding left on the D-pad or use Nighthawk potion. Man, the scene looks so good.
Sigismund and his army prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Good luck to you.
Okay.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Made it out.
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Valdic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now!
So they survived. At least the ones that got in the castle.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. May the Lord watch over you.
There we are. So, we're helping the city guard, or the guardsmen now.
God be with you. Good luck to you.
So, I know for example, way easier without the torch to see in the distance. Hard law. And this looks good. Like, look at this. such a nice king. Look, you need to see the fire down there. Like, that is real.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
So we can just wait. Wait till morning. No.
Everyone to the main stop. Quickly, the outfit.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
There's the whole arm.
We'll come at them like skeletons.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I believe he's German. The guy on the horse. You can see Henry's rage. Sir Divish has a way with words.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
But you can literally see Henry's rage boiling. Straight at the bald bastard. Alright! Oh, Sir Robard!
Jesus Christ be praised.
So, you hear a lot of references to God, Jesus, and praying and that. That is the way the world was. Some of it still is, but it's nowhere near as much as it was.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg. Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad. These are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
So he already took the king. What was he? Wasn't afraid. Feed his troops.
Because it's a fertile place with full granaries that could feed Sigismund's troops?
That's not it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds with one stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
So what do you know about the Cumans?
Where did these Cumans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
So why did he raid Skalitz?
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
So, I know there's a lot of talking in last episode with the cutscenes and a lot of talking in this one with the cutscenes. Don't worry, once we get past the prologue, the talking will end and we'll get more into action and story and such. I'm just trying to give everyone a good or everyone who's watching this, I'm just trying to give you a good background on things. So don't worry, we won't be asking as many of these questions later on.
So, Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Let's try this one.
So, Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Alright.
May the Lord watch over you.
Stop. And now... Trader. Actually...
Jesus Christ be praised.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin. Take care now.
Alright. So, what can we sell? Roast duck. Not a bad idea. It's 9.9. We want these lockpicks. That's what I'm after. We need to sell a little bit more. Hate to sell one of our saves, but actually should get another lockpick.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
Yeah, I got the coin. There we go. Okay. So, if we look in our quest log. So, bury your loved ones in Skalitz. Optional, get a horse. And get out of the castle. Now, we can actually get out of the castle just by going down there. And then heading down, stealing the horse and going out. I want to do things a different way. Assuming I can pull it off. I was right, you can't open this door. There was Stable Master. Lockpicking creates noise, so I don't want to do any massive lockpicking.
Huh.
So, in the bottom right hand side, you can see how it says pick up, which is what we want. Lockpick, that counts as breaking and entering. Rob, if something, yeah, see, steal instead of pick up. So, you gotta be careful there. Alright. Now. No. Pretty certain we can head in here. Safely. Hard lock. These are the chambers, are they not? Yeah. Not hitting there.
Huh?
Thank you for letting me by, finally. Ah, this is the level we want. Well, there's the lady. Let us... Let's eat that food, then we'll go back to sleep. Sleep till 10. Get a little bit extra sleep. Not much, but a little bit extra. Just enough for a little bit of extra time to pass, so that way people wake up. This episode's probably going to be a little longer than the first one. Yep. Now, the main reason why we, because, now, it's going to be a little bit longer, because I want to, wonder if we can talk. No, we can't even talk to Sir Divish. There he is. She's not here. Hard. Where the heck? There she is. At the chapel. So this episode's going to be a little bit longer because I want to get to the next major point. And I'm hoping to do that here.
The Lord save you. What do you need?
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
So, because the heart symbol we have is higher than hers, like we have 6, she only has 5. Will succeed if we pick this option. If we choose the speech option, it's on par, which means could fail, could succeed. If we choose the aggressive option, we lose because hers is double what ours is. So we're going to choose this one.
My lady, I know you have a good heart. I can't live with the thought of my parents being left in the mud to be food for stray dogs. How can their souls find peace until they rest in hallowed ground?
My dear boy, you'd risk your own life to give them a Christian burial? My heart goes out to you. I will do what I can to help, though I'll tremble in fear until your return. But what can I do?
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you, and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
Well,
they'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujitz, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
Okay. Now, I hate asking this, especially, you know.
It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money, and unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Good luck, then.
So, she is really sweet on us, giving us help. So, basically, yeah. So, the gate tower, right here. Now comes the trick.
Who are you?
In there. Sir Divish was in there. Okay. The armor's right in there. But there's a guard right there. You gotta get in there and steal the armor. So you can actually get some pretty good gear. No, can't take the axe.
Heathen cutthroats will come out of the woods anytime now.
Ah. Throw a ball.
God be with you.
No. Not until after.
What in God's name are you on about?
Aye, true enough.
For the love of God. You know what my old man is like.
So, private areas, you'll get warning. Okay. Now, this comes the tricky part. This is why we made a save. Lockpick. So, what you gotta do, gotta get this to the gold. Right there. Nice. Get armor from the Talmberg Gate. We can go back there and steal more if we really wanted to, but we're not going to. We're just going to head up to the chapel. Actually, we'll head into the ladies' chambers. So you can see the red there. It's all, the red hand there indicates it's all stolen. Alright. Now, where's the horse we came on? Mountain Steel. Mountain Steel. Divish. Ah, here it is. This is the horse we got. We're going slow. So right now we look like a knight. We're on a horse. Sadly, we don't have the face covered, but that's okay.
Good day to you.
I need to get out of here.
Says who? I've never seen you before in my life. And that's odd, seeing as how you're wearing our colors.
I'm Sir Robar's messenger. He's sending me...
I might believe you if I knew who you were. Who the hell are you?
You know who I am. I have to get out to take care of my parents. Everyone will understand why you let me go. It's the Christian thing to do. Please.
Do you think I'm a total idiot? My master will be furious if I let you out. And when Captain Robard isn't happy, he makes damn sure nobody else is either.
Ah, damn it.
On the other hand, you've dressed up so nicely, and it's a shame to let it go to waste. The old man won't like it, but I'll act stupid and I won't get worse than a bollocking. If you make it worth my while, of course.
Yeah, sure. So, barter! Haggling! Our money's up top. Original price is there. Last trade offer, current trade offer, your last offer not accepted by the trader. That's the basics. Additionally, if the slider can't be moved in one direction or the other, it means either you or the trader does not have enough money. So if we only have 4, we can only take it to 4. Dragging the haggling out will gradually fill the trader's patience and they'll get sick of you.
Now you're speaking my language. Good luck then. Try not to get yourself killed. May the Lord watch over you.
Come on. There we are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That is eventually it. Or essentially it. Now we just need to get back to Scarlet's.
Yeah.
What I like is just by holding the B button, which gets our horse to gallop, it will automatically follow the road.
Yeah.
But there we are. We reached a new level in stealth.
You'll have to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own. Looks like they've already gone.
Look at that destruction and death. Like even the horse. Like they're going up to a church. And there's Scarlet's. Alright. So I know this isn't the best thing to do. Healthiest. Ah, that's the button for it. Okay.
Hey, who's there? What's that?
Alright. Armed combat, we already went through this.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Alright. So he was doing what we were, or what we are currently, just looting. Nourishment's at 109. Oh, we got a little poison too. Oh, that's actually going to call our horse. Okay. So, during certain quests and such, you can't pause. Like, you can't pause the game. You can't, pass time or anything. All you can do is do the mission or if we chose to go away, we would fail the mission.
charcoal burning.
Yeah. Now, this is, to my knowledge, essentially the kind of destruction that would happen in that in medieval times.
Hey!
No! Leave the gate! Don't kill me!
How much are we only going to buy? Got rid of the shielded work. That's worth so much. You're only one. Let's get rid of the light gambison. So we're running after this guy because he came to loot the bodies, and because we can. Luckily, I think we can, oh yeah, we can definitely catch him. As long as we have the stamina. Mine.
Oh. Yeah. Stop!
There you go.
Get going then. But leave that weapon right where it is.
So be it.
There you go. People notice good and bad behavior. This works kind of like how Karma did in Fallout games or what have you. Essentially, the nicer you are, the more recognizable people will have you be for being nice, which will help a lot later on, or hinder if you're basically word will spread how you behave. If you behave good, people will see you as good. If you are evil, people will see you as evil. Well, I say evil, but like, if they see you as a thief or such, you know, they'll see you as that.
Well now, that was some corn out from under some rock. Yeah. Come here.
There we go. There's that. What? marigold, you. I always want to start with the lightest stuff first. And you. Let's just take everything. We're over encumbered, but that's fine. Say hello to Scarlets.
Bailiff. He didn't run like me. He died with a sword in his hand.
We get a sword of our own. Or another one. Horse. More horse.
You stood by his side and he did this to you. And in the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. You didn't abandon them like me.
Just looking for money. I know that's horrible, but...
Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you. I'll find them. I swear it. Just wait a moment. I'll take care of my parents, and then I'll come back for you. I'll take this as a keepsake to remember you by. Adieu.
Okay. So we got Bianca's ring. Up you. And you. Alright, we flip the ring just because. Just trying to get some of this inventory down. So what weighs the most? That. 9. What do we need to get rid of? 5.4. Screw it. We're just gonna keep it the way things are. I don't want...
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me? Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him. But first, I have to find the shovel and take care of you. I remember you told me you wanted to lie beside Mother. Here. Under the linden tree. At least I can do that much for you.
Such a sad, sad beginning. Area. The next alley, rather.
Get away, you might. Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishop? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that not the butcher's? Oh. Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
What do you mean, what's that got to do?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing here? What are you doing?
Came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
How did you manage to get away?
How do you think? I ran.
Alright.
Do you know what happened to Teresa from the inn? I fled the humans. We meant to violate her. God knows what else.
No, I don't. What do I care? They probably raped her and killed her like all the others. Her misfortune. Right now, I've got to take care of myself.
Alright.
If you lend me that spade, I have to dig the grave, and I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that. How did you come by it anyway?
My father forged it for Sir Radzig. It's my duty to deliver it to him. It's not for sale.
Go right ahead and dig that grave with your sword. See how that... And where will you dig it anyway? Here? You're not going to lay your parents in unhallowed ground, are you?
Father said he wanted to be buried here, and I can't take them to St. James's. God willing, later I can find a priest to consecrate the ground. I've interrupted you robbing the dead. Is that why you're so ill-tempered? You bastard. Haven't you got a shred of honour?
And what of it? The butcher has no more need of coin. And now that I think of it, your sword would do me quite nicely as well. Will you hand it over without a fuss, or do you want to end up like the butcher?
The only way you'll touch the sword is when I shove it in your guts.
Oh, we got the spade. Now we go dig a grave. Such a sad beginning. Truly. I want gold. Now, I do remember seeing a soldier over here. He either got out or body just disappeared. Anyway. Hey, puppy. Really hope in the second game you get to have a dog follow you.
Let's get to it. Damn it all. How am I going to do this?
Do you need some help?
Is that him? Yes. Can't you see the sword?
Who are you? What do you want?
Zbyszek?
Who do you think we are? Franciscan brothers? We're here to rob you of everything you've got. Especially that fine blade that's of no use to a peasant like you anyway.
Banish the thought. It is my father's sword.
You mean him? I don't think he's going to be needing it. Listen here, boy. You hand over that sword, I might just let you go. If not, you're in for a family reunion you really don't want.
Leave me alone.
Kill him, Runt! Aye, cut the bastard down.
As you like. Could have just cost you a few teeth.
Ah!
And we got a fight.
Get him!
Stop pitching!
Lead him dry!
So you are meant to lose that fight.
I told you how it would end. You should have listened to me. This is nice work. The chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? And now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers!
Teresa.
The games are over.
Teresa is amazing. Say hello to the end of the prologue once we get through the cutscene. So, I'm gonna make coffee while this plays. Catch you in a bit. Alright. So obviously, this is a dream. Well, I know I say obviously, but either way, this is a dream. Or
Do you need some help?
Henry! There's work to be done.
Yeah.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Henry, can you hear me?
Get up, Henry. Wake up.
Chest!
It's a new day.
Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
You still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
Where am I? In Skalitz?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back.
Few delirious days later.
You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
Yeah.
How did you manage to save me?
You were lucky. I was in Skalitz and I saw Zbyszek and his thugs. I tried to distract them, but it would have been no use if those soldiers from Talmberg hadn't arrived. They were searching for you and scattered the bandits.
What in the world were you doing in Skalitz?
Waiting to die.
What?
They killed my brothers, my family, my friends.
They're all dead.
All of them. Everyone I ever loved. They killed one of my brothers in the mines. After that, what did I have to live for?
Don't say that. There's always hope.
No, there isn't. But it doesn't matter. I'm a different person now.
Searching for me?
Yes. Lord Divish sent them, led by Captain Robard. So tell me, why is a lord of such high standing interested in a blacksmith?
Sir Divish promised Sir Radzig he'd look after me. But as for why they should care, I've no idea.
Honor. That's why.
I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak.
And even later.
Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
And this is your uncle's house?
We're in Rattay Mill. My uncle's miller Peshek. He took me in, and I talked him into taking care of you too.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
Alright.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Thank you. Alright. Episode 2. Said it was going to be a little bit longer. I think it was an hour and a half, actually. Oh well. We are now in the open world. We can choose to go straight to... Actually, I'll do this on the map. So, right down here in Rattay, we got quest... Oh, you can see... Anyway, Talmberg's there, Rovaine's there, and Skalitz is up here. And we're way down here in Rattay. So, we have the quest to go see Sir Radzig. We will be doing that next episode. Although there are certain points, like right now, we have full access to the open world. We can ignore talking to Pashek, the miller. We can ignore talking to Radzig, and we can go explore the entire world, and the game will wait for us. Certain quests you get, like, hey, meet us here for this thing. Or, for example, if we had been a soldier and gotten a message about Skalitz being attacked, and we were told to go defend, or we said we would go defend it, that quest, we wouldn't be able to, we'd be able to wait and could goof off, do nothing, and come there and they would say, hey, why didn't you help us defend Skalitz? Alternatively, we could go there, defend, and get the actual quest and such, and that would change the story somewhat as well. But before you talk to that person to get that quest, the main story essentially gets put on pause, and you can do whatever you want indefinitely. And those points in the story are is where we will be going into the open world, and where I get completely sidetracked. And, yeah. Anyway, so, thank you all for joining. Links are in the description. Have fun, stay safe, and catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.